Hello BookTube. Today I'm going to be doing 3 tags for, I guess, Tag Thursday. So the first tag is the Get to Know the Author tag. I saw this tag on Steve Donahue's channel, I think Tuesday, yes. So Tuesday, and I decided I'd do it today so I can get my writing update in, or something writing related, since I didn't have a video up yesterday because I went with my mom to her doctor's appointment. And I'll talk about that maybe tomorrow on Weekly Reads. But first, let's get to the questions. Question number 1. At what time of day do you usually write? I usually start writing around 6:30 or 7 after I've had supper and I've done all of the necessary cleaning up and I've done my reading for the day. And I'll usually try to write from 6:30 till 10, at which point I listen to music until about 10:30, 10:40, and then I turn off all my devices and go get ready for bed. I mean, sometimes I could probably do some writing earlier in the day too, and sometimes I try to write like in the early mid-afternoon, but that's rare and it depends what I'm working on. Number 2, do you outline your work or just wing it? I definitely outline. If I am pantsing a work, I might be able to skate by if it's a short story. But if it's a longer work, I need that outline, because otherwise I'm going to have so many fits and starts that I'm going to be inordinately frustrated. And then I will say, I'm not going to bother with this anymore, and walk away. And number 3, what authors do you admire the most? Catherynne Valente, China Miéville, Tanith Lee, Katie Edwards, although I do have my issues, Aliette de Bodard, Iain M. Banks, Yoon Ha-Lee, Clark Ashton Smith, Agatha Christie, a few others. So that's quite a bit, actually. There's a lot. Number 4. What's your least favorite genre to write or read? If we're talking just fiction, I'm going to say romance. Now, for reading. Writing, I think it's probably general fiction, because I can quite easily come up with plots and ideas for science fiction and, well, I should say fantasy. I mean, pretty much all of my ideas are fantasy, although I do have a few science fiction ideas running around. The problem with science fiction for me is world building. I need to know my science. I need to be able to present that I have a very good foundation in what I'm writing about. And I don't necessarily have that, so it's mostly fantasy. But to write, I think it would be realistic or general fiction, because while I can get the characters pretty good, the plots just escape me. I have absolutely no idea where I'm going. Like in September, I was wanting to do a general or realistic novel for NaNoWriMo, and I had ideas. I had characters. But I had no plot. Like, where am I going with this? And then once I kind of added some supernatural stuff, plot kind of showed up. So, yeah, probably general fiction's my least favorite genre to write in. Number 5. Do you want writing to be a hobby, or is it your goal to write full-time? I would like to write full-time. I would like to be professionally published. I would like to be a professional writer who makes money off of my writing and have my work out there for readers to consume and enjoy, hopefully. Or tear to shreds if they want to, just as long as they don't see the reviews. Number 6. What's the hardest part of writing for you? I think that is to be pleased with my work without expecting it to be perfect immediately. I'm always second guessing myself. I'm always trying to edit myself. And having too high of an expectation. Also, I mean, in world building, the writing itself, it's just I have these high expectations, and living up to those expectations, having that internal editor sort of like, no, this isn't working, no, it's not right, it's like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. It's hard to progress when that voice is so hard and so powerful. And number 6, do you have a writing routine? I try to write at a set time every day, although sometimes days it's harder to muster the want to than others, particularly when I'm like Big Brother's on, or like football season or something like that, where the schedule can get a bit wonky. But I do try to keep that routine. Number 8. What's your solution to writer's block? Keep going at it. Just pick at it and pick at it and pick at it, and eventually a solution will come to you. Also, go to another project. If what you're working on at that moment is like whatever it is, whether it's a plot point or a character, whatever, if a solution's not coming to you, then work on another project, and eventually that solution may come at you, whatever it is. Also, I think maybe having a good structure, knowing where the story's going before you begin, might also help. Number 9. How long have you had a writing blog? So these two questions are obviously probably could have been edited out for BookTube, but I do have a blog. I haven't updated it in ages, and I would occasionally talk about writing on there, particularly when I try to do a daily blog post in October. I would fill those October posts with writing blogs. Usually, sometimes I would talk about some of my work, although I didn't get into specifics. I also did some sort of, creative writing game where I would, how I would do a certain popular television series or comic book if I had the ability to do so. But yeah, and I think I've had the blog for about over 10 years, although I haven't updated in like 3. And number 10, do you think having a writing blog has helped your writing in any way? No. No, not at all. Maybe as in nonfiction, maybe. But fiction writing, no. So that was the get to know the author tag. If you're doing any writing or you would like to do this tag, consider yourselves tagged. Anyway, I have 2 more tags to film, so I will be getting to those. So thank you, BookTube, and see you in a few minutes.